I didn't know what my heart was in for, and I didn't show, but I wanted to know.
What can I get started for you today?
Hi, can I have a tall hot coffee with cream?
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go with it.
Can I have a sleeve on my coffee?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. So good. Just excited to hear what the pastor has to say. But I am sad because Vienna, my preschooler, is not with me because she is sick. It was just a pretty long night and stuff, but I still got up and I got ready because I feel like this is really important. And so even though, you know, I don't have my kids with me at this event, they'll be with me at future ones. I will let you know what I learned today. So I picked up the kids and that group that I went to was so good. The message was so good. Talked about marriage and how it not only benefits you personally to have a happy marriage, but it also benefits your spouse and even cold is kicking little man's booty. I've honestly never seen him this fussy. So my solution to everything is backpack if he won't sleep and I can't get him to settle down, or outside, especially for my toddler. If we're all melting, time to go outside. But anyways, so I wanted to go back to what I took away from our meeting. So the pastor and his wife were just truly like transparent about their 27 years of marriage, in the sense that like even though they had God as their foundation, and you know it was hard, they had many great years, but there were also years that were very challenging. And they were talking to us mothers about how it is challenging to be a mother and to tend to your home and your children all day and be needed all day, and then not even feel like you have a second for yourself, and then also have a husband that is wanting your attention and your time and maybe doesn't seem understanding about the responsibilities on your shoulders, and how important it is though to find a way to pursue your spouse. And this goes for husbands and wives, to pursue them in every season, because even though the season that you're in may seem hard and challenging, it is going to pass and you'll find yourself in a new season. And you always want to be in that season with your spouse. You know, as our children grow and they're doing their own thing and they move out and that kind of thing, like who's left in your home? It's you and your husband, or you and your wife. What will you guys have in common? How will it be when it's just you two if you didn't pour into your marriage? I like the analogy they used. They call it having a bank. Did you deposit into your marriage today? What did you do for your spouse today? It doesn't have to be like, oh, I bought them a present or anything. Did you walk by your husband and acknowledge them and rub their back and tell them, thank you so much for leading our family, or I know you've been really stressed at work and I want you to know that like we appreciate everything that you do for us. You know, just little things to let them know that like, hey, I see you and I care about you, and I know the sacrifice that you have made for us and you continue to make for us, and that kind of thing. So that's definitely something that I realized, like that's such an easy gesture that we can all do. It takes 2 seconds. Or like when you go to the store to pick up groceries. I thought about you when I was there and picked you up some candy without them even asking. You know, those are just little things. They're little, but they're huge. We also went in to talk about how communication is everything. And I'm so guilty of this, we carry so much on our plate and we think that that other person knows how we're feeling, or they see that we're stressed out or had a hard week, and maybe we just need to be able to go to Starbucks or whatever for a second. We need time for ourselves, and we expect our husband or our spouse to be like, yeah, like, you know, like giving you what you need. But usually we don't say that. And then in return, when your spouse is like, oh, I want to go on a date, or I want to do this, like, let's go, let's get out of the house, and you literally are on empty and have nothing else to give, and then you're frustrated that they don't see that, and then they're frustrated because they feel like you don't want to spend that extra time with them, or maybe you don't want to go on a date with them because you just don't even have it in you to get ready. Like, you have nothing, you're so tired, you know. And this is common for moms, you know, and people with little ones especially. Like, sometimes just getting up and getting ready is an accomplishment in itself. And so when your husband feels like, hey baby, so when your husband feels like, you know, like, man, I'm asking her to go on a date and she's just irritated and tired, or like doesn't want to, but you're not telling them why, or like what's going on in your heart, or, you know, the challenges you're facing, then how are they supposed to know? Instead, like, they just feel rejected in return and not wanted, which is never a good feeling for any of us. The pastor said, he said, if I've gone 3 days and I look back and I'm like, I haven't deposited into my marriage at all, I'm asking myself why. Did my wife say something that triggered me, or am I resentful for some reason? What happened that caused me to withdraw from my marriage? Because it is never a time to withdraw. We need to push in and like move in closer to our spouse when we're feeling these ways. You know, not creating that wall, not becoming hard inside, because over time that's just going to cause destruction in your marriage. But they even showed a video of kids and asking them, what is marriage to you, or do you want to get married? And it was so just sweet and insightful. One of the little girls was like, when my mom was making breakfast in the morning and she smiles at my dad and I see them smile at each other, she's like, it makes my heart so happy. They went so far as to show, like, don't just show like the good times when you're smiling and happy and dancing in the kitchen. Like, what about when you just got in an argument and you talk to them in a bad tone? Like, are you apologizing to them in front of your children and letting them know, like, hey, the way I talked to dad was not okay? Or is dad saying, hey, like, the way I acted towards mom, that wasn't okay, and I'm sorry? As much as it's important to show like the good of marriage and how fruitful and beautiful it can be, and how beautiful it is hard work, and you have to constantly pursue your spouse. And when hard times happen, you have to be able to reconcile and apologize and acknowledge what's going on. I think that's just as important. Show your children so that they don't have this false belief that like marriage is perfect, and if it's not perfect, it's not meant to be, and you know that's not the one for you. That's not real. Like, you will have to fight for your marriage, no matter who you are, no matter who you marry. You will have to fight for your marriage, and you will have to continue to pursue that person for the rest of your guys' lives. Anyways, it was such a good message, and I encourage you guys, anytime you have the opportunity to learn from people that have gone before you, to take that opportunity and to have your listening ears on and just soak it all in, because the best thing to do is learn from people who have done it. So anyways, we're home now. Look at, he fell asleep. He's just having a hard time. But on my way home, before I picked up the kids, we're gonna change gears here. I stopped and did Target pickup. So my husband's 30th birthday is in 2 days. I feel like he's my child because I feel kind of sad, and I'm already 30, and so, which is funny because I didn't feel sad when I turned 30, but like, we've like grown up together. We've been together since I was 21, and I'm gonna be 31 this year, and it makes me like emotional because we grew so much so fast and went through so much in our 20s together, and we grew up together essentially, because your 20s are such a hard time. And so now it's like we're here, we have our house, we have our children, we have our animals. I'm just so proud of the man he is, and the man he's become at 30 years of age. So anyway, so we did Target pickup because we're having a birthday party for him. It's just like all our immediate families at our house. And so I got a few things. I'm gonna have Kit Kat in little jars. Me and Vienna are gonna make him cupcakes for his birthday. I'm actually making him a beer cupcake cake. I don't know, Pinterest it. I saw it on Pinterest and I think it's so cute. So I got stuff for that, and then chips, salsa, guac, all that yummy good stuff, some rolls. So I'm kind of preparing for that. But tomorrow night we have some of our friends coming over for dinner. I'm really excited for that. But other than that, I'm gonna put the groceries away right now and let little man nap. will bring us relief from the agonizing labor of our hands caused by the crown the Lord has cursed. Cute girl. And then we need that's plenty. That's enough. That's enough. And 2 scoops of protein, please. And here, just a little bit. Another one, maybe, because that's not enough.
3 scoops.
Okay, and then put that back in the bag.
Yes,
I'll let it coconut milk. I'll give you water. More, please.
Worked.
And then let's screw this on.
And I'll do it, right?
I'm going to blend it too. Cheers. Hi, cutie. Cutie boy, cutie boy. Let's get this set up. Look how cute you are. Seriously, so cute. Look at this little lip. I sent Mitchell to the grocery store with Vienna. Hi. Because we have some of our friends coming over for dinner. I love these friends. But my husband, let me put it into perspective. In college, I had all my papers done early. I was on them. If I didn't feel like I was on it, it would make me anxious. My husband, his papers were due at 8 a.m. He was up at midnight, finishing it, typing it, rolling into class with it done, getting an A, and satisfied. To this day, still lives his life like that. Excited, huh? But it is 4 and he's at the grocery store getting last minute things that I needed for dinner. And so he was like, do you just want to go? But you guys, I'm very aware of who I am. I shop slow. Like I move slow. I just move slow. I live my life in the slow lane. And so I was like, absolutely not. He just shops really quickly. He's a lot faster than me. He's very thorough, gets it done. He'll be home. I could start cooking, so it's all good. But my dilemma is right now I'm trying to unload the dishwasher and load it because I have dishes in my sink and Mr. Man doesn't want to be put down. Other than that, I'm ready. We're ready for them. Thank you for going though.
You're welcome. 45 minutes there and back if you didn't notice.
I had to go, but I would be stressed out right now. Mitchell and Vienna found, what are they? Cotton candy grapes. I haven't tried them before. Did you hear my, oh my god, these taste just like cotton candy. How did they do this? Are these genetically modified?
100%. Crossbred from something. It tastes just like cotton candy. Yeah.
They're so good.
Yummy!
They're so good. Happy 30th birthday, Daddy. Your daddy's 30 today. So we made him a cake that we felt fit his personality very well.
Sounds like my dad's outside with the barbecue, so
Yeah, girl, let's do your hair. Probably Papa. Let's go do your hair. Let's go. Run, 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 run. Last night we had so much fun. Our friends left at like 10:30. Yeah, we just need to do that more often with them because we love them. But today is my husband's birthday, and so we have family coming over in the next literally 10 minutes. And we're so excited to just like celebrate him because he's the best. And of course, he's the last one to get ready because he's outside still doing stuff. But I'm making some dips and stuff for some chips. And then my in-laws are pretty much taking care of all of the food except for like a big salad I'm gonna throw together. This little man is literally, why are we not focusing? Is literally about to start crawling. Any day now, any hour now. Today he's even like way more advanced than he was just yesterday. So we're so excited. Michael. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mitchell. Happy birthday to you. You guys all have spit all over your birthday.